Good morning, everybody. Hi, my name is Gajalakshmi, and I would want you to confirm if you're able to hear my voice and see me on the screen. Good morning. I can see a lot of people who have already joined. Can you please confirm to me by saying yes on the chat if you're able to hear me and see me clearly? Thank you so much, Miss Vani. Thank you so much. Can I get a few more confirmations? Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. So we will wait for another 6 minutes before we start. Very nice to see a lot of people. I can already see close to 89 people who have joined, but looks like there are few more. I can see 115 people who have registered. So a warm welcome to you all, but definitely the presentation will start only at 10 o'clock as agreed. But thank you so much. You may want to continue just sending some messages. Thank you so much, Miss Nalini. So which city or you all from? If you can just type in the city from where you are joining this webinar, that will be good to know. So I am from Chennai. So I'm from the Cambridge University Present Assessment Office in Chetpat, Chennai. So it would be nice to know from which city you're all joining. Okay, Vani is from Chennai, Trichy, Namakkal, Theni, Coimbatore, Chennai again, Pudukottai, Chennai. Nice to see. It's the project is bringing the whole of Tamil Nadu together. It's really nice to see Erode, Sivagasi, Virudunagar, Anna University, Chennai. That's very nice. Okay, so we will just wait for a few more minutes. Krishnaswamy College of Engineering and Technology, Kadalur. Rajapalayam, Kanyakumari, Arani. Okay, Chennai again. That's very nice. So thank you so much for taking your time off to join this webinar this morning. So I will be predominantly speaking in English, but if you need any clarification in Tamil, please feel free to tell me. I can speak Tamil fluently. I'm from Chennai, so no worries at all. So we will have 4 of these sessions. We have one now, and we will have one more this evening at 4 o'clock. We will have a session tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And again, another session at 6 p.m. tomorrow, just to ensure that all the professors, all faculties are able to join at least one of the 4 calls. I can see some more people joining from Coimbatore, Ariyalur, Kanyakumari. That's really nice to see that, faculties from across Tamil Nadu are here on the webinar. Let's give it just 3 more minutes. 104 people have joined out of 125 registered, which means there are few more who are probably trying to join, maybe some internet issue or something. But if you know anyone from your own college or your neighboring colleges who are part of the Non-Mudalvan project, please share the link with them. You would have received a little poster like thing on WhatsApp. You can share that with your other English professors who are part of the Non-Mudalvan project. So they can also join. So after this, there are 3 more sessions. So if someone is missing this for some reason, they have a class or they have other, engagements, they can always join the other 3 sessions that we have planned. Hello, Ankit.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. So I also have my colleague Ankit Jaiswal from Delhi. So he will be with us. If there's any point that I am missing out, he'll probably help us. He's the operations manager to run exams, basically all Cambridge exams. So he'll also be with us throughout the session today. Ankit, we have close to 108 people who have joined, and I can see that there are 130 people who have registered. So I will be starting in 2 minutes sharp, 10 o'clock as we had agreed. So the plan today is to take them through how they will be taking the upskill test. and what are the other resources if they have to get in touch with somebody. And we will try to complete the PPT in about 20 to 30 minutes. And I would want to show them a little video, which will be the walkthrough of the upskill test itself. And we will also be taking questions, if any, in the last 15 to 20 minutes. Okay. So just another minute. Meanwhile, I would like to bring up my slides on the screen. It's going to be a very simple walkthrough of what is going to be the process for you. Again, can I request some of you to just say yes if you're able to see the presentation on the screen? Okay, I can see people still sharing with us which city they are from: Tenkasi, Coimbatore. If you're able to
I'm
hear,
audible, Gajam?
yes, you're audible.
Great.
Yeah.
So PPT is up there. You can see.
Okay. Yes. Thank you so much, Ankit. And I can also see that a lot of people have confirmed that they can see the presentation. It's 10 o'clock and let's start the presentation. A warm welcome to all our English faculties from across Tamil Nadu who are part of the very, very coveted Non Mudalvan project. I'm sure, it's going to be a huge success. Thanks to the, Chief Minister for coming up with such a wonderful initiative where he's able to bring through a lot of changes. It's going to be a breakthrough for the students of Tamil Nadu. So basically today we will be talking about how you as a faculty or as a candidate will be taking the upskill test. Now we all know that there is a journey. So you all started with, some of you may have attended the face-to-face training that was delivered by our colleagues. And then you would have started off with the training for your students. They would have done a diagnostic test, and then you would have started off with your lab teaching, which is about 15 modules. So some of you have already covered 7 modules, and you have come to the part where your candidates will be doing a midterm test. And after that, you'll also be continuing your remaining 8 modules, while students simultaneously do their self-learning also. And post all of this will be the final assessment, which will be happening sometime from next Monday, from coming Monday. We will be sharing with you the schedule of the test. So individually for every college, we will tell you when will be the test, how many slots will be there, and how you will manage the session. Now, this is the journey, but today we are here only to see how you will be taking the upskill test before it is rolled out to your candidates, your students. We just want you to be comfortable in, taking the test. So you will know the journey that a candidate will go through, your students will basically go through. So what I will do is I'll quickly run you through the presentation. If you have any questions, I would want you to mark it as a question. So we don't miss it, okay? So we want every question to be answered. So if you have a question while you're chatting, I think there is an option where you can mark it as a question, right? So please feel free to do that. I will stop in between my presentation to see if you have any questions, or towards the end of the presentation, we will pick it up. Ankit will be there with us. As I said, Ankit is the operations manager. He's from Delhi. He'll also help me to pick up the questions today if I am missing anything. Okay, so let us see what will be the journey. As I said, it is going to be a very, very simple process. Let's talk about what the test is going to be. So the test that you're going to be taking is called Upskill from Cambridge. The Upskill is the newest mobile-based English test that we have created, especially for the Indian market. So if you see, there are tests that are developed back in Cambridge, but this is specifically developed for the Indian market. For example, there will be names, there will be context, all of that will be very relevant to the Indian environment. So this is a very, very new product, recently launched and very successfully being taken by a lot of candidates across India. The best thing about taking the upskill test is that you finish the test in about 5 minutes, your results are available on the mobile itself. So all of this is an app-based experience. You will be downloading the app on your mobile or on your laptop. You will complete the test and you will get the result immediately. Now, this will be the same journey that your candidates will also be going through. So we will take you through the next steps. So this test will also be testing all the four skills, which is speaking, reading, writing, and listening. I'm sure you all have been, training your students all these aspects. So you will be tested on all the four skills. The test takes only approximately 1.5 hours, and then after the 1.5 hours you can immediately see your results. Now, how are the components breakdown? Speaking will be for about 12 minutes, and it comes in 5 different parts. So when you are taking the upskill test, you will need to have a earphone, okay, your normal earphone that you use to take calls or listen to music or watch videos. That will be good enough. And of course something that has a mic in it, because you're going to be speaking into the mic. Listening is for 25 minutes. Again, it comes in 5 parts. You will need your headphones as well for that. The reading component will be for another 25 minutes. Again, will be in 5 different parts, where you will be reading a paragraph, reading a sentence, reading a letter, reading an article, and then you will be answering the questions which is based on the question or the article that you have read. Writing will be for 30 minutes, which will come in 2 parts. So on the whole, you will be able to complete the test in about 1.5 hours. We have seen students completing the test in less than 40 minutes also. It also depends on your speed of texting, the speed in which you read and all of that. But then yes, if you're going with the pace of the test, then the maximum that you will be spending will only be 1.5 hours. What we will be doing before taking the test? Okay, as I told you, this is a mobile-based app. So all you have to do is you just have to download the app on your mobile phone. Okay. Now please remember, I'm sure a lot of people may have an iOS, an Apple phone. This software or this app does not work on your Apple phone. It works only on Android phone. So if you do not have an Android phone, or if you're a user of Apple phone, for testing purposes, you may want to borrow a phone, an Android phone just for this purposes. Okay. So you go to the Google Play Store and search for Upskill English Test or Upskill by Cambridge. Now you can see that we have highlighted with a red box. Now that is how it appears. And it is something like this, which this mustardy yellow color logo. So you will choose that and you will download the app. Now, when you're doing the test, you will have to put your phone on DND mode, do not disturb mode. And different phones have different settings. I have checked on my phone and a couple of other Android phones. You have to go to settings, and then there is a sound option. If you get into the sound option, there is an option where you can turn on the DND mode, do not disturb mode. So before you start taking the test, ensure that you are turning your phone to DND mode, which means for the duration of when you're taking the test, you will not get any calls, and you will not be distracted from taking the test. Okay. So turn on the DND mode. No other app should be in the background. So just clear all the other apps that you may have opened before you start the test. You have to log in with your mobile number. So your registered mobile number, because you will get an OTP immediately. So you get into the app and then you go to sign up login page. You enter your mobile number. Now, when I say you enter your mobile number, if you want to check now, you can see that you will find something called as practice test, or there will also be another option that says buy now. Okay. Now this is because a test is still not assigned to you. Now the day we have finalized that this is going to be the test day for faculties, test will be assigned to you, which means when you log in and use your mobile number, the test will appear on your screen. Okay. So if you're checking now, you may not find that option, but when when we come to the exam date, you will find the option where you will just log in with your mobile number. Immediately you will get an OTP. You will copy the OTP onto the screen, or you can just type in the OTP. Don't worry, we have a video to show you where we run through, there's a walk through the whole test. We will show you what that is. Okay. So once you verify your OTP, basically your test will be ready to access. Okay. How do we start the test? So we've seen how to download the app on your mobile. Please remember, it doesn't work on Apple phones. It works only on Android phones. Now, once you have logged in with your mobile number, you have got your OTP, and you have entered the OTP. There are certain mandatory fields. Okay, so you will have to fill in your name, your date of birth, and it will also ask you to upload a picture. Can you see the first picture? There is a camera icon, so that is where you will add your picture. Either you can take a picture and put it in your gallery, just upload it directly, or you can also take a picture. Okay, so I would say before the test, just take a picture, keep it, save it in your gallery, a selfie, take a very clear selfie, save it in your gallery. Once you have started the journey, you give your name, your date of birth, and you just upload the photo that you have already taken. Now, there will be a company code for each college. Okay, so that will be again shared with you. We will tell you what will be the company code that you will enter to just to verify, to say that you are belonging to one particular college. Then your email ID and first language. So you will also have to enter your email ID and your first language, but then it is not a mandatory field. If you see your first name, your date of birth, and your picture, these are all mandatory fields. And after that, you will enter a screen where you can see practice test. Okay, if you're looking into the app for the first time, you may want to go through the practice test quickly. Okay, otherwise today, if you can just log in, download the app, log in, and go through the practice test, you will know what is it that you will be facing tomorrow when you're actually taking the test. And this is something we would want you to encourage your students to do also. We will come to that phase later. After that, if you see the second picture on the slide, which says start test, and then underneath you can see the 4 components: reading, listening, speaking, and writing. Now there you are ready to take the test. Now there is no particular order. If you think that you want to do the writing first and then go to listening, then do the speaking and then do the writing, please feel free to. It is very flexible. You can start with the component that you are comfortable with. Let's say you're all sitting in a same room, and if somebody is doing speaking, then you may want to do writing or reading, because it will not disturb the other person. So you can choose which component to take first. Okay, and in any particular order, you can keep taking the test and complete the test. We'll also show you how to ensure that you have completed all the 4 modules. I can see there is a question. Oh, sorry, Ankit has added a comment. It says it is important that a candidate take photo before starting the test and save in phone. The app only picks saved. Okay, thank you for that, Ankit. So Ankit is mentioning that it doesn't allow you to take a picture. So take a picture before you start the test and just upload the picture from your gallery. Thank you for that, Ankit. So that will be the journey to take your test. Now here we have a quick video, like a couple of minutes video, where we will show you, how this actually looks. So if somebody has logged in to the app, how does it actually look? I am going to try and play this video. Let us see if you're able to see. Otherwise, I'm going to share my screen, and I will show the video to you. Ankit, can you tell me if you're able to see my screen where I have brought up the Upskill walkthrough video?
I can see the
You can see it. Okay. So I will play the video. There is no audio, but I will be talking you through, and I'll probably pause in between. Okay. So this is how you start off. Okay, so this is the app. You will download the app. You will enter your mobile number. Okay. You will click on submit. An OTP is sent immediately. You will enter the OTP onto the app. And confirm. You enter a page where it is asking for your name. So Ankit has entered his name. And then the company code. This will be shared with you, do not worry. That is the company code that was given. So he is entering the company code. You will choose gender. You will continue. You will enter your date of birth. Pick it up from the calendar. your language, which can be skipped. Then add your photo. So he's getting into his gallery to, yeah. So this is where you will go. You will pick your picture from the gallery. Ankit has chosen his picture and he'll click on continue. There he's able to see the tests. So this is how it will be. So it's a very simple 1 minute. So what Ankit did, he did it a little slowly so it can be recorded as a video to be shared with you all. I mean, when you do it, it'll only take less than a minute. And here you come to the part where you can take your test. So basically, he started clicking on reading. So it shows, so let me show you. Okay, when he clicks on reading, yeah, so it shows the 5 parts of the reading test. Okay, so that is how simple this test is going to be. And then you get into each of the part, you will finish the test, then you'll come back and you will do your other component. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I will go back to my, okay, before I go back to my PPT, I'm going to pause for a few minutes and see if there are any questions from anybody. Do you want me to run you through the video one more time? Or if there's any other information that you will require, there's some, just a little bit of more information that I will continue after you ask any questions. Do you have any questions? We will wait for a few minutes to pick up some questions. I hope the journey was very clear. As I said, this is very simple. But if you want us to run you through any of the process or if you have any questions around it, please post your questions on the chat right now. Okay, there is a question from Anish Alfred. Can the students take the test on desktops?
Yes, we have desktop version available, but that is only for candidates, who do not have Android phone at all, or they cannot arrange it on desktop on the day of test.
Which means the
But
college may have to arrange for the systems.
yes, very few.
Okay, yeah.
Uh, yeah.
Yeah, so most of the students will have phones, but if somebody is having an iPhone, please check with them if for the test purpose, if they can borrow, parents or their friends or siblings Android phone just for those 2 hours, right? Okay. When will you share the company code, ma'am? Okay, so we will be sharing it by today. I think communication will come through maybe the WhatsApp group or maybe you will receive an email. Don't worry, we will let you know. Is the procedure common for practice test as well as main test? Yes. So for practice test, there's nothing much you do. You enter into the app and you can directly go and start taking the practice test. You don't have to take a picture and all that for that. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else. Can the students take the test? Okay. Is the final exam going to be conducted on mobile, either mobile or your student's laptop? Either of that will work. Or systems. Okay. I'm just going through all the questions. Okay. One person has asked if we can give information of the test again. So I will run you through the video one more time. It will take another 2-3 minutes alone. Maybe after I finish the slides. Should all the students download this app? Yes, Mr. Balaji, all students are expected to download the app. But right now, it is the teachers who will be taking the test first. Okay, it is the test is given to you free of cost. So you will take the test. Now, when you're doing the test, it is for 2 different purposes. One, yes, we all want you to be, tested, and you will get a report. You will also get a test report form. 2, you will also understand what is the journey for your students. So tomorrow when you're running the exam for your students, you know what it is, you know what they will go through, and if there's any questions from anybody, you will be able to answer them quickly. Okay. A2 or B1, which one the students need to take before a final assessment? Okay. In this case, the test is going to be a common one. Okay. The learning is only based on their diagnostic test. Now, just going back to the process that you started off, your students take a diagnostic test. And based on the result of the diagnostic test, if they have scored below 55%, the recommendation was that they be put through an A2 course. If they had scored more than 55%, the recommendation was that they be put to a B1 course. I'm sure you know the CEFR levels. So it is the language reference level is A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. So if candidates have scored A2 level, then that is the course that was given to them. If it is B1, then it is a little higher than A2. They would have been given that. Now the test is common, but then the results will be based on how they are answering. Also, the test is kind of progressive. So if a candidate is answering a question, let's say at an A2 level consistently, then they will get the next question at the next level. Okay, so the result will be based on how the candidate is performing, either A2 or a B1. So that is how the test is designed. Which will the students take the final assessment only? No, as Ankit said, there is an option that where they can take the test on their laptop also. But just remember, only Android phones are allowed. It doesn't work on iPhones. That is the only thing you have to remember. And you have to keep telling your students, because we don't want anybody walking in with an iPhone on the day of the test and there is no other device to give them. Okay, because this test, they will only be taking the test on their own devices. Okay, so it will work only on Android phones and yes, on laptops also. What is the last date for submission of Google form? I am coming to that part. I have just one more slide. I stopped to take questions because there were a lot of questions coming up and we didn't want to miss the questions. I will come to that date. Mr. Krishna Raj, 1 minute. We will go to that. Okay. What is the last date for, okay, that's the same thing again. Will you provide one more or addition data for the students who missed the exam date? Mr. Naganathan, we are not very sure now if we will be doing that, but in your college, let's say you have 200 students, we will do an exam planning. And if they are missing the first slot, maybe they can take in the second slot. So we will not be able to push it further, and be very flexible, because we need to finish the whole of Tamil Nadu in a particular time. So for every college, we will be talking to each one of you, each of the SPOC or the faculty to plan the exam for your college. So one of us will get in touch with you and we will see how we can plan the exam for your college. Mr. Balaji asks, students will take the final assessment through this app. Yes, it will be on the mobile app. Will you provide, okay, sorry, I think I read the same question. When will the practice test, there is nothing to be conducted. Even today after the webinar, if you want to download the app and just do the practice test, yes, you can, you feel free to do it. It is free of cost. You do it. You can encourage your students also to take the practice test as many times as they want. Please ask them to do it. No problem at all. Premnath, our college does not allow cell phones. We prefer to take test on desktop. How to get the OTP without cell phones? Okay. In case where you do not allow candidates to use cell phones, but then you are providing them with the laptops or computers, we will share a code with you that can be used as OTP. Very good question. We will definitely share that with you. Okay. Sir, which college are you from? Mr. Premnath, if you can just message me which college you are from, we will make a note of that. Okay. Mr. Sriram, could the test be taken at home? See, it is a flexible test, but then in this case, because it is part of a huge project, we would want all candidates to come to the college and take the test, because we don't know who is going to be taking the test at home. Okay. But when they come to college, sit in their classroom, sit in their labs and take the test, we know, there is authenticity that, if it is me, it is Gaja who's taking the test. If it is Ankit who's taking the test. So please ensure that they come to college and sit in front of you and take the test. Ma'am, our students haven't gone for mid-test due to technical issue. Can we go for upskill test? The issues, I think, are almost resolved. That is what I heard from the tech team last night. Ms. Shakila Begum, I would request you to get in touch with us. You might have spoken to one of our colleagues. They would have called you, and if they have already shared their mobile number, please feel free to call them and we will definitely try to sort it. You should have completed your mid test before going for your final test. Okay, we will definitely discuss. Don't worry, even otherwise we will be discussing the exam plan with you. It will not be a surprise. We will sit and plan with you the date and the slots and all of that, and we will ensure that all your issues are sorted before that. Okay, the ideal time that we are looking at is by end of first week of March. We would want all colleges to finish all the 15 modules, students to have taken the midterm test also and be ready for the test. Okay, now while they are doing this, please also encourage them to complete the self study modules. That is very easy. That's going to help them score better in their test. So encourage them to complete that also. Now remember that all the candidates who complete the upskill test through the Non Mudalvan project, they are going to be awarded 30 marks. It is not a simple, it is not a very small thing. 30 marks is very valuable for any engineering student. So please tell each of your students that they will be awarded 30 marks after they finish the final test. Okay, and this will be completing it before their second semester. So each one of your student, encourage them to start off if they haven't done, because we've been in touch with a lot of colleges already, and they they have shared the pathway. Most of them have completed the diagnostic test. Some have also completed the midterm test, and they just have to complete the rest of the modules and be ready for the test. Do not forget that 30 marks will be awarded to all the candidates who complete the upskill test. Okay. So, Ms. Shakila Begum, to come back to your question, if there's any technical issue, get back to one of us. I'm sure you are in touch with one of us. It could be either Sai Kiran, Mr. Alvin, or there are like 4 or 5 other people who've been talking to different colleges. Please, get in touch with them. Mr. Balaji says you have finished the practice test. Wonderful. That would have given you a taste of how the test is going to be. It will be very easy for you to take the test. So what we are talking about now is the test for all the faculties. Okay, it is just to give them. It's like a teaser, right? So, but then don't just do it like you're doing it to know what the candidates will go through, but it is also a test for yourself, and it's a very simple test, so you know where you stand also. Ms. Anna Lakshmi, our college does not allow cell phones. We prefer to take the test on desktop. Yes, we will share the details with you. I just want to know which college. In fact, I had asked one more person about the same query. Just mention to us on the chat which college you're calling us from, so we will make a note of it. Ms. Vani, shall the students share their mobile with their friends after completing the test, or they have to do the test at the same time? Okay. Let's say Gaja is someone who has an iOS, an Apple phone. Ankit is another student who has an Android. So we are there for the session on the same day. Maybe Ankit can finish the test. He can hand over his device to me after clearing, the history. After clearing the history, he can actually uninstall the app. So Gaja can install the app again, but use my mobile number. So I get my OTP on my Apple phone. I use that OTP on Ankit's phone, and I can take the test. One device can be used by multiple people, one after the other. Just remember, you have to clear all the history, uninstall the app, install the app again. But before doing that, ensure Ankit's results are visible. Okay, because once Ankit has completed, we want to ensure he's done the end-to-end process. He's completed his test, his results are available. Only then you can, give his device to another person. But ensure, there is, how you manage that. When you're giving somebody's device to somebody else, you will have to ensure how you manage that. Okay. Few more questions. Do we have a schedule or fixed timings to be taken? Yes, Mr. Narayanan. We will be coming up with an exam plan for each college. Let's say Anna University or Chennai campus, we will say on so and so date, this will be the slot. Again, the date is not chosen by us. The date is chosen by the professors, by your college. I will quickly run you through the other PPT, other slide. You will understand what I am talking about. Okay. Teni Kammavar Sangam Vani. Ankit, can you make a note of that college, please? because Miss Vani says they will not allow students to bring in their phones. So that information will be useful for us when we are planning their exam. Miss Vani, if you can also mention this when you are entering details in the Excel sheet. I'll show you that Excel sheet in a minute. So can you please mention that, this is a requirement for your college. When will the practice test? I think we've answered that question. Couldn't enter the diagnostic test. Lakshmi Devi, can you please get in touch with one of the on the WhatsApp group, or someone who's calling you? It could be Alvin, it could be Samuel, anybody who's calling you. Please let them know, and we will be more than happy to sort that, because we only have another week to go for the final assessment. Yes, Mr. Raghupati, please ask them to start, doing the practice sessions. So along with it, they also have the 30 modules to complete. Please encourage them to do that also. That will help them. Priyanka, all the students have completed diagnostic test. Wonderful. But for 5 students, we didn't get the marks still now. Okay. If there was anybody who's taken the test yesterday or day before yesterday, just give us some time. There was some upgrading happening on the app. So the results will be available. If not, please get in touch with one of the staff who's contacting you from Cambridge. Premnath, Mr. Premnath, I think I've answered that question. We will share that information with you if you're not running a test on your phone. Some completed 2 or 3 sessions, Lakshmi Devi. Diagnostic test. Okay. So good if they have completed. If there's any technical issues, get back to us on the WhatsApp groups. Panimalar Engineering College, Chennai City. Okay. Ankit, if you can make a note of that as well. There are 2 colleges that will need, a facility to run test on their computers. Okay. Panimalar. And then Kingston Engineering College, Vellore, we too aren't allowing mobile phones. Okay, we will make a note of that. When you receive the Excel, when you're uploading the details of your college, please ensure that you are mentioning this as well. Is it mandatory to complete all the 15? Yes, it is definitely mandatory to complete all the 15, because that will help them do the test better. So please try and find time to finish all the 15 modules. Once they complete the 7th module, they can do their midterm test, and then you can complete the remaining 8 modules. Anusha, Anusha Park College, Engineering Technology. Okay, when we should make them do assessment 1 and assessment 2? Okay, I'm not clear about that. There will be only one assessment. If you're talking about the midterm, that you will ask them to do after 7 modules of teaching, and then the final assessment. Okay. Ramco Institute of Technology, like to take on PC? Yes, sir. We will make a note of that as well. Practice test can be done anytime. Grace. Okay. So all those who are saying that no phones are allowed, only desktops, please remember to mention that information on the Excel sheet. Okay, I'm going to stop here taking questions. We will come back to the questions. I will quickly run you through the other 2 slides that we had. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I hope, yeah, this is where we were, where I ran you through the video. Of course, I will run you through the video one more time before we bind up the session today. Finishing the test. Okay, after you have finished all the 4 components, please ensure you are able to see one of these 3 screens on your phone or on your laptop before you consider that, yes, my test is completely done. So either it says 100%. Okay, the first picture says the full yellow line, and it says 100%, which means you have completed all the tests. The second picture goes back to the home screen, where it will say you can download your test report form. Okay, my certification. That also is a confirmation that you have completed the test. The other option is the home screen, where it says either start a test or buy a test. Okay, it's usually buy test, because if it says start test, which means you've probably done a practice test and not the actual test. It should say buy now, or it should say practice test. If those 2 messages are coming on top of your screen, which means you have taken the actual test. Okay, so just remember that you have to find one of these 3 screens to confirm that you have completed the test. Just a bit of other information. So when you're taking the test, if there's any issues you face, there are two ways to get in touch with the technical team or the customer care team. One will be by emailing them. Customercare.india@cambridge.org is the email ID. Very clearly mention which college, who you're talking about, yourself, if you are the candidate, what is the issue, leave your mobile number also so that we can get back to you. Now, please remember, if you're sending an email, we will need at least 24 hours to get back to you. We will try to get back to you before that as well. But if it's a long, queue, then we will try and get back to you within 24 hours. If you want to call us, yes, there is an option. We have, allocated a line to receive only these, query calls. But this will be functional only between Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And here is the landline. So please make a note of this landline. And the other two information that I want to share with you today, which we were also discussing in our chat, is that we need confirmation about your name, your mobile number, your email ID. This is a link. I'll be posting this link on the chat box. Please pick it up and just check your information on the Excel and just say yes. All you have to do is just put one S against your name after you check if every detail is correct there. But if it is not correct, you can mention a no and we will pick it up and we will get back to you. Okay, just ensure your name, your mobile number, your email ID, your college details are all correct. In fact, it will be correct because this is what we have already received from the colleges. We just want a confirmation. Now, the other sheet that I want to share with you is the exam planning sheet. Now, exam planning sheet is where you will give us the details of which college, when is your semester exam, all of that, depending on your academic schedule, you will tell us when you can, plan exam for your students. Now, we've been talking about how you will take the test, but you will be conducting the test for your students. So you will tell us, let's say 20th of March and 21st of March, we have 500 candidates. We can do the whole of 20th and 21st of. So give us all the details. In fact, some of you have already shared the details with us. Thank you so much. And some of the information we have received was bang on, very, very specific. They had mentioned, like, for example, we saw one college mentioning 250 candidates from CEC on this date, from mechanical on this date, between 2 and 5 p.m. So that is, a brilliant way of giving us information. So which will help us plan your session accordingly. So these two sheets, I will be sharing the detail with you on the chat before we leave today. Please do it today. My humble request, both. One, confirm your details. Two, your exam planning sheet. Now, when you're sharing information about your exam plan, please ensure students have completed their diagnostic test. You've done their classroom teaching. Students have done their online practice. They've done the midterm test and you're completing their rest of the modules. If you have come halfway through, you give us the schedule, and in the meantime, you can finish your rest of your modules as well, right? Now, that is about the information that I wanted to share with you. Now, I will go back to chat again and see if there's anything else that we have to answer. Okay, please share PPT finally. I have network error in my. Sure, sir, we will share the PPT. Soumya, disconnected. Will your people assist during the test? Okay, so the test will be conducted by faculties in each of the colleges. So we will only be doing back-end support. If there's any technical problem, you will either upload it on, there will be a ticketing system for students. You will add information there and we will get in touch with the facilitator, whoever is running the exam. So we will not be there face to face to run the exam, but it's a simple exam. I'm sure you are, all of you are experts in running exams. You run class tests. There are university exams that you run. So you are much more experienced in running exams than us. So you will be running the exam yourself, but we will be providing all the backend support. Android, yeah, Cheryl Priya, I think we've discussed this. We will see, what is the support that you will offer to your students if they don't have Android phone. Which app we need to install? Yes, I will run you through the video. So I'll show you what app. It is called Upskill from Cambridge. You can download the app from Google Store. This is how it looks like. Yeah, Upskill from Cambridge. If you can see this yellow and gray logo, that is how it is. Let me also show you how, yeah, this is the one. Okay, Upskill English test from Cambridge English. Okay, that is the test. That will be the app. Okay, students face difficulties while submitting answer during midterm test. Okay, again, there is one more request. Ensure that the internet facilities are good when they're taking the test. If they're using their own mobile data, good. I'm sure they all, students nowadays have very good mobile data because, they're all into videos and movies and, games and all of that. I'm sure they have good mobile data. That is key to take the test. So just ensure that they have very good mobile data or internet, because that is key for the test. Complete all the modules before going for the final assessment. Okay, Miss Angel, see, it is not mandatory, but then we highly recommend that they finish all the modules because it is going to help them score better. Okay, so the midterm test is definitely mandatory. Ask them to come up to that level and quickly go through the other modules also, which is more like a practice for them. So please encourage them to do that. Many of them are accessing the course work. Yes, please, that is really good. Encourage them to finish all their modules. Shall we allow the students to share their mobile with their students after? Yes, as I said, the device can be given to another student, but then the OTP will come to their original phone, right? If they've used their iPhone, ask them to use that OTP onto their, the borrowed device. Okay, we are not very... Ankit, yes?
Sorry, yeah, just one thing I wanted to add here.
Yes,
If
please.
a phone has been used by one candidate and now it is going to be used for another, before the another candidate logs in, he has to clear the data. So all
Yes.
Android apps allows us to clear the data. So they don't need to uninstall the app.
Okay.
They'll go to the setting and they can clear all the data so that it works as a fresh
Fresh.
application.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Yes, you can do that as well. Um, what else? Will the marks of the students be seen in teachers' console? I don't think for Upskill, if you have the dashboard, yes, but I don't think you will have that. But throughout the learning journey, you will be able to see all their scores. But then the last one is on a different app. No, it's not on Nan Mudalvan portal. So that you will not be able to see, but the result will be shared with you. Is it a continuous 2 hours? It's only a 1.5 hours test, Miss Geeta. It's, in fact, students finish it. I have seen students finishing it in less than 1 hour also. Okay, if they are fast in reading and answering, they can finish it in less than 1 hour. It's actually a 1 hour 30 minutes test. Practice test can be started now. Okay, so college does not. Okay, I think we've answered most of the questions. Okay, Ankit, can you explain how they can download the app if they are using a desktop? Is it okay to do it on a desktop?
We will share a URL. That URL can be used.
To
You will
download
simply copy paste. It doesn't require any download. It will work on the
URL
browser.
itself. Okay. Resolve the issue of taking diagnostic tests. Sure. Sir, please, Dr. Lakshmi, please get in touch with one of the Spocks who's been in touch with you, and we will get that sorted. Do the students need to pay for the upskill test? See, there is nothing that, separately we are doing, but you may want to check with the Spock in your college what is the process, but there's nothing that you have to do. It's just downloading, and an assigned test will be taken by the candidates. Okay. I'm going to go back to the chat box. I was looking at the Q&A. to see if there's any other questions here. A few students have scored low marks in mid-assessment. Will they face any issue in getting their certificate? Again, the certificate is based on their final assessment. But yes, if they have scored low, please give them the practice that they require. Okay, you still have time, maybe a week or two. Ask them to go through all the practice tests, and maybe you can also beef up your lab teaching. Can 600 students be scheduled across different sessions on? Yes, Anish, Alfred. Yes, it can be done, and we will help you do the planning. Okay, we will get in touch with you. If a student share his mobile phone to, no, it will not be the same code. When they enter their mobile number, they will get a OTP that should be used, and this is for Saumya. Madhumati, for students who have scored. Okay, we've answered that. Padma Priya Darshini. Okay, our students are facing a lot of technical issues. Ma'am, the first thing there would be to ensure that you have good internet. Okay. And if there's any other technical issue related to the app, please put it on the WhatsApp groups you are, and that will be addressed. But then please quickly get back because we're running out of time. Imayam College of Engineering. I'm newcomer in my college. I don't have idea of this one. Can you please talk to the SPOC? Ms. Suganya, there is a SPOC for every college, and they will have all the information about what the process is. Okay. When will the midterm test? There is no schedule. Most of the colleges have already completed the midterm test. If you have completed 7 modules of learning, please ask students to do the midterm test immediately and finish the rest of the 8 modules also. Share the link, would like to take. Okay, we will do that. Mr. Naganathan, we will share the URL. Laptop, can we try on both the modes if one is not working? Yes, you can try if one is not working, but then mostly it will work. It shouldn't be a problem at all. Okay, looks like, okay, these are questions that we already took. What if a student is unable to attend the exam in this semester? You'll have to be very specific for what reason. If it is just 1 or 2 students for health reasons or whatever, you may have to discuss with the SPOC and see if they'll be given another opportunity later on. But then what we have heard from the non-Mudalvan team is that the 30 marks will be awarded to these candidates if they finish the test before their second semester. Okay, so that is the information we have received. So you may want to discuss with the SPOC. Are the questions in the test common for all students? Anish again. Ankit, would you have an answer for that? Will it be different for different students?
The questions?
Yes.
Yes, it is going to be different.
Different. Okay. Can you tell one more time for the test? Okay, I will run you through the test now. Okay, I think we had come to this part. Now, quickly, we have only 10 more minutes into the session. So I'll run you through the video just one last time. So you're confident. In our college, I'm planning to conduct the test in 10 sessions in 5 days. Is it okay, ma'am? Yes, sir. Mr. Muthuvel, yes, we can help you do that. Okay. So this is the information that we will want you to upload onto the Excel. The link, I will post the link in a few minutes. We want you to do it by end of day today. There are 2 things that we want you to do today. One is to confirm the contact details, the name and all of that, whether it is correct. That is one URL. The other link I'll be giving you today is where you will give the exam schedule. When you're finishing, when your students are available. Please help us help you give those information by end of day today. Okay. I'll share my screen now and we'll quickly look at the video one more time. Okay. So this is how the app looks like. You will enter your mobile number. Click on submit. You will receive an OTP. You will enter the OTP. You will enter your name. Please ensure you enter your full name because that is how it will come on your test report form. Company code, we will be sharing that with you. You'll choose gender and date of birth from the calendar, and then you will choose the picture that you have taken before you start the test. Okay, it's just coming back to the screen. So Ankit will choose a picture that he has taken before he started the test, and then you will just upload it. So this picture will come on your test report form. There you go. He's choosing a picture and then he's entering the test. Okay. This is how easy and simple this process is going to be. Now, you will be doing this first, and then you will also be facilitating or, conducting the test for your students. So, with that, we come to an end of this webinar. But I will be around, Ankit and I will be around till 11 if you have any other question. But please, as I said, please, oh yeah, the URL. I'll share the URL with you now. Thank you, Miss Anita, for filling up the Google form. We want you all to, fill up the Google form today. There are two Google forms. One where you will just confirm your details, and the link for that is this one. I am putting it on the chat box. Okay. Please pick up this. This is for confirming your details. Okay. The next link I am giving is your exam planning sheet. Now again, we need you to fill this up. This is the exam planning sheet. Basically here you will fill up when is your student available to take the test, which day, which days, and the timings. And if you have multiple streams, multiple departments, if you want to do it on a day in multiple sessions, let us know how many students, how many departments, how many sessions, and all of those details. With that, we will get in touch with you and we will make the planning. For those who have already shared, we will get in touch with you today to make the planning for the coming week. The first day of final assessment will be Monday, coming Monday, which is 6th of March. So those who have already mentioned that they are ready to take the test on 6th of March, I will be getting in touch with you. Me or one of my colleagues will be getting in touch with you today to confirm the exam planning. So all candidates who are taking the test, Mr. Vinod, will get a test report form, and it is available on the app itself. Okay. Whether it is you, your student, whoever is doing it, it will be readily available. Please use only your mobile number when you're doing the test. Do the same with your students also, because you will get an OTP, right? You don't want to put somebody else's number and not get the OTP, or don't allow anybody else to access the test, because it is given to you and it is given to your students, because you're all part of the Nan Mudalvan project. Okay. You want me to, I'm not able to see the link. Okay, I'm going to send the link again. Don't worry. Okay, this is the link which is for exam planning. And the second link I'm sending is to confirm your contact details. Okay, I can actually put it up here. 1 minute. Okay, so you can pick it up from the top. This is for you to confirm your details. And the other one is for you to share your exam planning with us. I'm putting it one more time if you want to pick it up from the chat box itself. Okay. Once again, thank you so much. இதுல யாருக்காவது தமிழ்ல எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணியிருந்தா பெட்டர்னு நினைச்சீங்கன்னா குவிக்கா அப்படி ஒரு எஸ் போடுங்க. I explain பண்ணிடுறேன் நானு. But I'm sure you're all English professors. I'm sure you're all way better than what I am. So I'm sure you have understood every bit of the process and every bit of information I have shared. Yes, the same link has already been shared on WhatsApp group, but then I will ask Samuel to keep sharing it again and again, because nariya message vandadunaka, you may miss out the message. I'll ask them to keep sharing it. Yes. And please let your colleagues know if anybody has missed this call. There is another session that Ankit will be running this evening at 4 o'clock. There's one more session that we will be running at 1 o'clock tomorrow, and another session at 6 p.m. tomorrow. If anybody, any of your friends in other colleges who are part of the project, please let them know that we will be sharing this information. That will also come again on the WhatsApp group. second link. Krishnaraj Lokanathan, if okay, I'm going to remove this one. We prefer desktop mode, but students feel comfortable with. Yes, sir, no problem. You can ask them to go ahead with mobile phone. So I'm not sure which link you said. So I'm going to put both the links once again. Now, this is one link that is for the exam planning, and I'm giving you the other link, which is for confirmation of your details. It is up again. Thank you so much, everybody, for taking out this 1 hour. And we will be in touch with you for exam planning. For any other details, please you can get back to us either through the WhatsApp groups or the query links that you already have with you if you have technical issues, or one of us who probably would have already called you. Okay, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, Ankit, for supporting me.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. I will be
Thank you.
ending the session in a minute. And we both wish you all the best on behalf of Cambridge University Present Assessment Team for your assessment and also for conducting the test for your students. We wish you all the best. Thank you so much.